Hello everyone, today I will be predicting Brawl Cup with Kronos.
Yo. So, of course, Kaishu for inviting me, and yeah, I hope that we'll have a good time today, and we'll see if our opinions line up because I'm a big CR Glazer, and I don't know about him. I think he likes Semantic a lot, so we do have some little, rivalry behind us. So let's see how it goes, I guess.
Yes, I am a humble fan, but I do have a soft edge for Crazy Raccoon, and it'll be really interesting this year, especially in Brawl Cup, because I think there's a chance they face each other in the semis depending on their grouping. But without further ado, let's get through the group stages. Starting in Group A, we have Bounty Hunters, which are Seed 1 from South America, Humble, Seed 2 in EMEA, and Ace Zero, which are the number 1 team in China mainland who have won every single monthly final. Now, I'm going to start with you, Kronos. Who are your top 2 teams to make it out of this Group A?
I think of course Humble is going to be the big favorites, of course. I mean, 2 world champion grand finals in a row, and also winning the world finals and the Brawl Cup last year. So they'll be defending the title this year. So of course they're going to be big favorite, them to finish first. Humble are just so consistent this year. Of course, right now EMEA is in a chaos. I think besides Humble and Foot, every single team is actually finding a third member or trying to replace someone. So of course Humble is just super consistent, and their performances in LAN are always great. So I'm gonna put them in first, and for second, I actually think this is gonna be the biggest question mark of the whole video, or even the whole Brawl Cup, because Ace Zero, I mean, they've beat the Toxic Lotus 2-3 times this year, and we saw how good TL was last year. So Ace Zero is still a huge question mark to me, and hear from you actually, what do you actually think about this team?
Well, it's funny you mentioned this because I think by the time this video comes out, I will have done another video looking at both Ace Zero and Toxic Lotus. I was looking at their drafts across the 3 months, but their drafts are nothing like what we see in the rest of the world. Now, if you look at South America's drafts compared to the rest of the world, it's pretty weird. But when you compare it to China, South America's draft looks much more normal. It's really weird. It's almost old school from the China mainland. That's what I've got.
I mean, it's like Toxic Lotus last year, no? Their Miko pick was super unknown to the rest of the world.
Yeah. I think personally, even though Ace Zero have won all 3 monthly finals, I would say Toxic Lotus just look like a better team. I think they've just been unlucky against Ace Zero, and I might need to look deeper into those drafts and games, but I think they're very close, just very level on each other, but Ace Zero just have that edge over them.
Yeah, I mean, I got some connect inside inside the Chinese scene, and people have been saying that Toxic Lotus is mechanically better, but Ace Zero just outdrafted them for all 3 months. So that's a huge reason why they're actually first in China. But I think outdrafting in all 3 months is still a huge it's for them to do.
I agree. I do agree. I think Toxic Lotus are mechanically better, but Ace Zero, I mean, both their drafts are weird, but I would say Ace Zero have a slightly better draft.
I don't watch South America that often. This team is actually not what I predicted to finish first this year, actually. I thought Loud would do better, of course, Loud being top 4 finish last year in Worlds. They've fallen off quite hugely, to be honest. But also Eternal is playing really, really well, and Bounty Hunter was just a really team throughout the first split. And I actually don't know between Ace Zero and Bounty Hunter, but I mean, for now, I just want to predict for the underdogs. I really liked Toxic Lotus last year, so I'm gonna go for the Chinese team as second place.
Nice, very much. And following on the Bounty Hunters, well, that roster, they were originally New Heights Gaming, and then they got taken over by Bounty Hunters, but that roster have made every single grand finals. I think they've only won 1 though, but they've made all the grand finals, which is really impressive, and their gameplay is really fun to watch when I'm watching it. They are very tight together, got good chemistry, and they are mechanically and drafting very strong. And for that reason, my predictions is actually going to be a little different. Humble, after April, they had a little bit of a fall when they faced big talents and lost in the quarterfinals. So I think they're going to come second, and I think Bounty Hunters are going to hit Brawl Cup really hard and really fast, and I think they're going to be first in the seeding.
Damn, coming from a humble fan as well, no? Like going second instead of first.
I know, but I think Humble and maybe even Crazy Raccoon, they're going to start this competition a little slow, and then they're going to hit everyone in the tournament in the quarterfinals. They're going to just keep ramping up, and they're just going to keep dominating.
So it's like CR last year, then, you know, like going from LCQ to Worlds.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The experience, I guess.
Yeah, but I think they'll be second seed.
What a take. All right, next group.
Yeah, so that's Group A done. Let's go on to Group B. We have Only Realm, the #1 team in North America. Zeta Division, the #2 team in East Asia. And we have BC Gaming, who I believe took over the Brazilian side, Sueno or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, before even going into the predictions, like, it's kind of crazy that Bobby is actually first in North America now. I mean, considering that Vatic, Team Electros is on paper the strongest team, or like the stronger team, it's just crazy that Bobby is like, what, like 6 years now in BSC, and now he's still that consistent. He's still on the throne of NA. So, like, what's your thoughts on that, actually?
Well, I haven't followed Bobby too much, but I have known he's been quite unfortunate being in the competitive esports scene for so long, and now he's finally on top. This is the year for him to prove himself to everyone. So this tournament is going to be a really big moment for him.
Yeah, I mean, like, following 2020, they lost the Grands to Zeta Division, the Polish side. It's just crazy that he has risen up back again to like the top of NA, and I think that going to, I mean, actually last year's World Finals, the 2025 edition, I feel like Bobby went into that tournament losing. I mean, even he said that he just wasn't confident in them this year, but I feel like something switched this year. Maybe it's the whole Patchy being, you know, the third teammate with Zans. I just feel like Only Realm this year is looking really, really strong. And even though they're in the same group with Zeta, I think that match is going to be for sure like a fire match to watch. But I mean, of course, Zeta to win, because I mean, Shatampo, he has to you know, crawl back up as well from his failure last year in the World. So I feel like this group is really interesting. It's between two teams that have failed in Worlds last year, and they're just trying to redeem themselves in the Brawl Cup. But of course, in LAN, you never go wrong predicting Zeta. You can never go wrong predicting Shatampo. So I'm gonna go Zeta #1, Only Realm #2, and BC Gaming. They're the, I believe, SA West team from that qualified to the Brawl Cup. So don't really know much about them, but I don't think they're gonna pull off a mix both of these teams, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. SA West, that's a correct region for that. I don't think they're going to get far, and I think their team is very young and lack the experience in tournaments, so I will be putting them last. Regarding Only Realm, I think the chemistry between Bobby and Sand, and now Patchy joining them, has been really strong, and that is the chemistry they've been looking for the last 6 years, as you've mentioned, and it's showed because they have made, I think, have they made 2 monthly finals?
Realm, I think one. March they won.
I think they just made 1, but I think they made 2 semi-finals, that's why. But either way, they've won 1, and they're sitting in a pretty comfortable position, and almost won against Tribe. It was a very close 3-2 in April. And for that reason, and because Zeta Division also struggled against SKC this month, I'm going to put Only Realm as the first seed in Group B, and Zeta as the second seeding.
Oh, and then another different pick from mine, but I feel like, yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, Zeta are looking less dominant as compared to last year, where they went 4 monthly finals win, and even winning August monthly finals without Shatampo. But I mean, you know, I respect the take, but I think that Zeta will actually take the crown in Group B, and you know, we'll see. We'll see.
It's LAN tournaments, anything can happen, and well, only time will tell. But let's move on to Group C, which I think you'll be looking forward to, Kronos, because we have Crazy Raccoon, the #1 seed in East Asia. Then we have Revenant X-Bark, which made it from the APAC region, and we have Eternal from South America. I'll work out that seeding in post-edit later.
Yeah, I mean, again, you said it. CR, of course, my favorite team with my glorious King Tensai. Triple world champ difference. What can you say? And Tensai has 3 world titles. No one can ever beat him. For that, maybe. At least for the near like 2 years. But one thing that he's missing is actually the mid-season's crown. Shatampo in 2022, I believe, won the MSI, and then Tensai has not won mid-season tournament. So I feel like, going to this Brawl Cup, it's going to be huge for Tensai. He can get the last piece of accolade off his chest, and if he gets the Brawl Cup win, then like he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT right now, but we can actually make an argument without him now, going into the future. So this tournament is huge for Tensai. I feel like if he gets the Brawl Cup win, it's going to be absolutely cherry on top. But this group is actually really difficult for him. We got Revenant X Park, which last year in LCQ where Sergeant just popped off, and even in World Finals, Sergeant did pop off. But Revenant actually got the win against CL last year in the LCQ. And for Eternal, it's another matchup that's historical and iconic because for Motep, right? Crazy Raccoons, Tensai actually got 2 reverse sweeps against Motep. So this group is full of storylines. This group is so fierce, and I think that all 3 teams do have a chance of going through. But just going off my own biased opinion, I'll put CR on first, and I think Revenant will go second, followed by Eternal finishing last.
I knew you'd go for that. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. I think Crazy Raccoon, after winning back-to-back monthly finals, and just the way they've improved since global bans have been introduced, I can't see them lose. I can't see them losing a game in this group. Revenant X-Spark and the history with Crazy Raccoon, but just Revenant X-Spark, they are a great team to watch from LCQ and World Finals. They made top 4 in World Finals, and I think that is the highest an APAC team, which is not East Asia, have made it in World Finals. So they should be immensely proud of themselves and have that confidence heading into Brawl Cup. Eternal, on the other hand, I think they're still a fairly new roster, and I think they'll just lack that edge over Crazy Raccoon and X-Spark. But this will be a great opportunity for them to improve. But Crazy Raccoon in the first seed and Revenant X-Spark in the second seed for Group C is my opinion, and I think our opinions align for the first time so far.
Of course, maybe that's just Tensai being there, no?
Yeah, you can't dispute the king, can you? 3-time world champion.
Of course.
And I was going to say, because hmble won Brawl Cup and World Finals, like back to back, I think Crazy Raccoon could do the same thing, make it history.
That's going to be, the 3rd team that does it? Because Shatampo did it in 2022, hmble did it last year, and let's see if CR can do it this year and just, make CR one of the GOAT teams in Brawl Stars Esports. They are all successful teams, but if they get the World Finals and the Brawl Cup back to back, then what's that? I would still rate them below hmble as the 3rd best team, but there's always like a room for debate there.
Yeah, well, I think we can get onto those debates after we look over Group D, which might be the second tightest group here. I would say Group A is pretty... Oh, actually, so far, which group do you think is the most competitive, or the group of death so far?
To be honest, I think all 4 groups are super competitive. Maybe except Group B, because I think the SA West team is probably by far the weakest out of the 12 teams. But Group A, super hard to go through. Group C, you have Revenant and CR and also Eternal. So much storyline there. And Group D, you're playing foot with Toxic Lotus. So huge underdog versus the team which everyone expects them to win. I think that there's... except Group B, I think Group A, C, and D are all just group of deaths.
I agree. I was looking at this, and my group of death initially was Group D and A, but because of the talent this year, they all look so tight. But let's get on to Group D now, where we have Foot Esports, the number 1 team in EMEA, Tribe Gaming, who just clenched out a 2nd seed in North America, and Toxic Lotus, the 2nd seed in mainland China. So what do you think so far of these teams? Because there is a lot going on here.
First, you just can't go wrong with Foot, right? Guesty, just such a good, talented prodigy. Angel Boy, who I've been rating for. I mean, I think in the World Finals last year, he's a top 5 player, just mechanically and just gameplay wise. And of course, Nob, who's also a great player. This trio is just stupidly over, bro. It's OP, you know. It's like Damien right now. It's terrorizing every single team on the earth, and I think not putting them in first place. So, of course, Foot goes number 1, but Tribe and Toxic Lotus. This is a very interesting matchup because we saw this last year, no? In the Brawl Cup, same group as well. So, did we see it or no?
No, I think we did. I think Lotus knocked out Tribe in the group stages for World Finals, I believe.
No, it's in the Brawl Cup. It's in the Brawl Cup.
Brawl Cup, yeah.
So it's literally the same matchup, you know, going again. So of course that's gonna be a huge, point to pay attention to. And I actually don't know about Tribe this year. I feel like replacing Zeus with Diego is a fantastic choice for them. I rate Diego very highly, but their performances this year, it's not the best. Like, I've expected more from Tribe because they should be number 1 in NA in my opinion. But like what are your thoughts on Tribe this year actually?
Well, I'm not the biggest Tribe supporter, let's put it like that. And honestly, their performances have been really underwhelming. I mean, first of all, they've only made 1 grand final, don't quote me on that, but they haven't won a grand final at all. I think out of all these teams, they might be the only team other than Toxic Lotus who haven't won a grand finals. And that doesn't give me a lot of confidence for Tribe Gaming going forward. Their team is not terrible and they're actually pretty good on average on paper, but I just don't see them going far in the tournament. But I think they will just about edge it out over Toxic Lotus and give everyone and the community something to root them for, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you as well. I would put Foot number 1, Tribe number 2, and TL. I mean, although I do like them a lot, they can't even. I mean, they're not even the best in China. Which, to be fair, don't quote me on this because this might age very poorly. But
I'm putting this.
Maybe it's A0 being too good. It's A0 being too good, but maybe TL is just performing kind of bad or just worse than last year. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, actually?
Potentially, I mean, A0, I think they are a new team and they're providing some new energy and new ideas to China mainland. I think that just ruffled the feathers of Toxic Lotus. Maybe that's going to carry through here. Maybe they don't have the confidence or they haven't updated their drafting techniques to the modern way of the game with buffies. Because looking at their drafts, they didn't choose a lot of buffy brawlers compared to what we saw in EMEA, East Asia, for example. So maybe they're just outdated here compared to the new meta.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that could be one possibility. And although I put Tribe above Toxic Lotus, I believe that this match is actually, it's like a 60-40 to Tribe, or maybe even like a 50-50. So I'm expecting these two to actually have a 5-set battle. But besides that, I think Foot are just too good, and I think Tribe has nothing on them. I mean, I would even predict that Foot wins 3-0 against both teams.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Foot would definitely dominate Tribe and probably Toxic Lotus, and I think the Tribe and Lotus game will go 3-2, probably to Tribe. So it'll be Foot number 1 for me and Tribe number 2.
Yep, totally agree.
Okay, let's head into the knockout with the first game being hmble versus Zeta for you, Kronos. Wait a minute, that's not what Kronos predicted. He predicted a 0 in the quarterfinals. Yes, I got it wrong and I got 2 others wrong and I really apologize for this. I'll put the correct predictions at the bottom. I did speak to Kronos about it and I asked him for his actual predictions. Thankfully, they don't affect the semi-finals going forward, but I'll put the correct ones down below for me and Kronos. Sorry for this interruption and I hope you guys are enjoying. Consider liking and subscribing for my channel and Kronos' channel because he's almost at 10k. Let's get him to 10k before Brawl Cup. And yeah, let's continue with the video.
2024 World Finals, 2025 Brawl Cup, 2025 World Finals. That's 3 tournaments in a row that they've reached the Grand Finals. So I'm going to predict hmble to go through in this round. Zeta, of course, is very strong, but against hmble, the recent years, their matchup has not been the best, and Zeta does seem a little bit too clunky this year, so I would not predict them going through, but I'm expecting a really close matchup, maybe 3-2, 3-1 towards hmble. So yeah, I do predict hmble to go through.
Nice. And on my side, because I had different seedings, I have Bounty Hunters versus Relum. I do think Relum will get through. I think they'll carry that momentum from the group stage forward, and they've got such a strong team with Sans, Bobby and now Patchy. I think they will go into the semis. And Bounty Hunters, although they've done incredible in South America, I just think this is too early for them to make it any further outside of South America region. For this month and this Brawl Cup, I'm going to go Relum.
Yeah, I mean, Sans and Patchy just went it over experience. I mean, all 3 of them are super experienced, especially Bobby. So, same take for me as well.
Yeah, they've got the experience as well. And of course, I'm voting hmble on your side if I didn't mention it already. Right, let's go on to the next one, which will be Foot versus Revenant. And this is actually both our predictions for the quarterfinals. Shall we start with you again, Kronos?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, another really tough matchup for both teams. But of course, like the face Foot this year, they just seem like they will roll everyone. But Revenant, again, I mean, Sergeant Clash, what a just fantastic player in LAN tournaments and also in his own region. I feel like his region is basically carried by himself alone. And I'm expecting another great performance by Sergeant in this LAN tournament following the Brawl Cup. Following the World Finals and also the LCQs. But I just can't go against Foot this year. It's just such a strong trio. Like, they're literally the juggernauts of BSC this year, and I'm just gonna go for Foot again. Boring, but I just don't see them falling at the semifinals.
It is boring, but I think you would be considered a fool to not go with them. Given how dominant they've been this year for EMEA, it's really hard to predict against them so far. And I'm going to second that. I think Foot will go through against Xbox. Xbox, incredible team, but they've just been really unlucky to face Foot so early on.
Yeah, I mean, like, compared that with the brackets they got in Worlds, I feel like they're getting really unlucky this tournament. I'll go Foot 3-1.
Okay, nice. I would go a bit closer. I think 3-2 to Foot on that one. Okay, on the other side of the bracket, I have Zeta versus hmble, and I've already mentioned, I think hmble going to go through. Totally not biased, but I mean, they have been dominant in LAN tournaments. They do better in the LAN tournaments over their regional monthly finals. I think that trend is just going to carry on for the longest time. So I'm going to go hmble over Zeta on this one.
And no objections, to be honest.
And on your side, Kronos, you have Relum versus Bounty Hunters. I don't remember if you mentioned it already, who you think is going to win, but go again, I guess.
I think I'll go Bobby over the South American boys. Of course, Bounty Hunter have been playing really consistent this year, but again, it's just for LAN tournaments, it's mostly just down to the experience. I feel like Bobby performs better in LAN than just the same as hmble, but I just feel like Bobby's team is just super strong this year, and I'm going to vote for them, just like you.
Yeah. And speaking of predictions aligning, I think we're going to align on this final predictions for the quarterfinals. Crazy Raccoon versus Tribe Gaming. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't see Crazy Raccoon losing against Tribe. Even though they did face each other in the World Finals, and they just about won, I think we're going to have a repeat of that match.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even the previous World. The one before that was also a close 3-2 win by Crazy Raccoons, but I feel like Tribe this year have been looking a little underwhelming. So CR has been soaring up, like unlike them. CR has performed so terrible in the last year in the regular season, but this year been playing really, really well. Maybe it's just like you mentioned, maybe because of the global ban, just banning more of the stupid, overpowered brawlers out, and CR just dips people by better mechanics. And I feel like this year, I'll go CR 3-1. I don't think it's gonna be much, and I agree with you. CR goes through, and of course, super biased opinion by me, but I don't think CR is gonna go out.
Yeah, I agree. And I actually think it's going to be 3-0 to Crazy Raccoon. I was considering giving one to Tribe, but like I don't think it's going to happen.
I would love to see Tribe King sweep by CR.
That would be so funny. And with the quarterfinals all set, we are on to the semi-finals. Now, starting with you, Kronos, you have, you're not going to believe it, you have hmble versus Foot.
Damn. I mean, Juggernaut versus Juggernaut. I mean, we've seen this so many times this year already in the monthly finals in EMEA, and it's going to be a match for sure. I don't think that either team would want the other to actually win, and Guesty is going for his first LAN tournament win, and hmble are going for their 1, 2, 3, their third one. So I mean, both teams would love to get the win over the other to beat Europe, and there's a big chance that whoever wins this match would actually go on and win the whole thing. It's such a hard fight to predict because, of course, hmble are the LAN warriors. I mean, I think they call themselves that as well.
Yeah.
They're like the LAN tournament something, I don't know. But Foot Esports are just looking so strong this year, and like, I just love Guesty. I just love how he plays. He plays with so much courage, and his mechanics are just insane. And I think that Foot will actually go through and win this. I think it's going to be a very close 3-2, maybe even double match point. But I'll go Foot barely winning this match.
The Derby of EMEA is a LAN tournament against the up and rising Foot Esports, and I will unfortunately have to agree. I just think Foot have that edge over hmble after winning 2 monthly finals against 1, and Foot will probably get through to the grand finals. And in your other semi-finals, you have Relum versus Crazy Raccoon.
Bobby versus Tensai. I mean, Bobby always says this in his live stream. I don't know why, but every time I tune into his live, he always says something about beating Tensai and banning Max. No, it's before. He says that he would love to ban Jae Young against Tensai in a live tournament. I don't know why he always says that, but it's really interesting that they're matching up right now. I mean, 2 very experienced players going head to head. Of course, if you go by accolades, Tensai just sweeps Bobby, but maybe player by player. Actually, no, Crazy Raccoon still sweeps player by player. What am I saying? I just think that Crazy Raccoons will win this. NA teams, LAN tournaments, never a good thing. They never meet each other. So I would fortunately go with Tensai winning this match. I think the sets wouldn't be that close. I wouldn't predict a 3-2. Maybe I would even go with a 3. I feel like NA this year, it is very competitive inside the region, but I feel like the quality that the NA region displayed isn't really as high as the other regions. I mean, with Vatic and Team Electros just slipping up every single month, that's the main reason why Bobby is actually first place, even though his team is really, really well. But I just feel like if you go player by player, if you go draft by draft, mechanic by mechanic, I just feel like CR just sweeps the floor here, and I see a 3-0 or a 3-1 happening.
I'm glad you mentioned that about the North America region, because I feel the same thing. Even though inside the region it's really competitive, they do lack the consistency which we see from Vatic and even Tribe, who just about made it but didn't even make any grand final wins. And just if you compare these North America teams to like EMEA or East Asia, I think they're just going to lose 9 times out of 10. And so I have to agree with that. Relum will crash out to Crazy Raccoon. 3-0 sweep, I would agree. Maybe 3-1 if we're being generous, but I don't see Crazy Raccoon messing up. In terms of the max ban, of course, that is Tensai's favorite brawler, but there are so many more brawlers now that Tensai is probably learning as we speak to adapt to new brawls and new metas coming into this Brawl Cup.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Tensai is just like a god on every single control brawler.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing that I'm scared is that in this meta, it's just so stupid to me. Like, Damien is probably like a global ban every single match.
I don't think
And on
he's
top of that,
making
there's like, he's not making it. That's actually better, but I just think this meta is just super unhealthy. Like, super unhealthy.
I don't know. I think it's really stupid. Like, he's so cool, and yet they just competitively they messed him up.
Even non-competitively, I feel like Damien is just like it's the best brawler ever released.
Oh yeah, I think there was a video on Twitter of Ash. He literally covered his like tablet screen. I was just auto aiming, auto supering, and he just like won the game.
Still got a team wipe.
It's so dumb. Oh my god. Ooh,
Got a little off topic there.
A little bit, but that's fine. I think on to my side now. So on my side of the semi-finals, I have Relum versus Foot, and continuing what you said, when we put Relum and any NA team outside of their region, I don't think they are even on the same bracket, same level as EMEA or East Asia. And that's why Foot, without a doubt, are going through probably 3-0 as well.
For sure, it's team versus the bottom number 1 team in the semi-finals.
It's just going to be a bloodbath, that one, if it happens. Inside the second semi-finals, we have potentially a repeat of the back-to-back world finals, hmble versus Crazy Raccoon. For me, this is going to be really tight. I think we have the LAN GOAT, hmble versus the world finals, Crazy Raccoon. And like I said earlier, the global bans have really helped Crazy Raccoon inside their region, which is why they're sitting number 1 with 2 monthly final wins. And hmble have only won 1 monthly final and crashed out quarterfinals of this monthly final. I don't think they would have picked up enough speed from the group stages to carry forward. And for that reason, I think it's going to be 3-2 to Crazy Raccoon. As much as it hurts me, I think Crazy Raccoon are going to make it to the grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, this match is just such an iconic match. We saw it twice in the last World Finals, and it's going to be the first ever matchup in a mid-season tournament. And I feel like CR, I agree, CR are just right now with their momentum of course, the world champion momentum, and I see CR beating hmble again.
When I was doing the matchups, I had hmble and Crazy Raccoon in the grand finals because I messed it up, but I was like losing my mind because there was a potential for Foot versus Crazy Raccoon in the semi-finals, and I was losing my mind to that as well. It's just insane.
Any of these 3 teams going head to head is going to be a fire match to watch.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna love this Brawl Cup. Now on to the biggest match of this Brawl Cup 2026. We have Foot Esports, the number 1 team in EMEA, versus the world champions, number 1 team in East Asia and 3-time world champion on their side, Tensai. We have Crazy Raccoon. Kronos, I don't know about you, but this may be the greatest Brawl Cup mid-season finals we have ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, if this happens, it's going to be a generational match. The views will be skyrocketing, and either of these teams, I mean, both of these teams deserve to win. Foot are just destroying EMEA this season, and I want to see them just, translating that to a LAN performance. And of course, Gusty's first LAN tournament, first LAN performance, and I feel like many people doubted him in February, during February's monthly finals, that he's not gonna do well or he's gonna underperform. But I feel like Gusty just has that champion mentality, and even if he doesn't win the title right now, I feel like World Finals will be another step for him, that first trophy back home. And Foot, of course, are just looking like the best team in the world. But you know me, I'm just so biased, like every time Tensai comes up, I just want him to win. And although Foot is looking like the best team in the world, I would say CR, of course, are the mentality monster. Milkrio can just randomly dance while losing 2-0 down. So, like, with that mentality, I think that they can beat any team in the world. And I think that Foot, although they are looking super duper strong, I will go CR 3-2.
I really do like what you said there. I think a lot of people were undervaluing Guesty in month 1, but he's just proved himself February, in March, in April, and I'm sure in May he's gonna just dominate this tournament. He's so mechanically gifted. He's got the knowledge and he's got the chemistry with his teammates to really prove Foot and EMEA in LAN. And Crazy Raccoon, of course, the world champions, went from LCQ all the way to becoming world champions. I mean, that is almost unheard of. And I'm telling you, the momentum, that is what helps Crazy Raccoon get to the finals. And they will be building this momentum and building this confidence in this tournament. And with that momentum and with that passion and just the fact that they're just mechanically gifted and just got the chemistry and even the draft knowledge, being unique to other teams and other regions. They're very unique with their drafting, but very, very clever with it. I think Crazy Raccoon will win Brawl Cup.
I mean, I would love that result. I would for sure love that result. I will make a 20-minute video glazing Tensai after that result if it ever happens.
Oh, that'd be so funny. And I'd also just want to add, like we said earlier, I think Zeta win the mid-seasons, win the World Finals. hmble win mid-seasons, win the World Finals. And then Crazy Raccoon win the World Finals. And now it's their time to win the Brawl Cup. So maybe it's just a trend. Maybe it's just like meant to be.
I mean, yeah, for sure, I would love that to happen. That will be his 4th LAN tournament win. So Tensai is gonna be the GOAT forever.
That is our Brawl Cup predictions. We both predict Crazy Raccoon will win the whole tournament. And these are our predictions. Let us know what you guys think, which ones are correct, who has the better predictions. Drop in the comments your predictions. And Kronos, I thank you so much for joining me. And well, best of luck. Hope Crazy Raccoon win.
I mean, yeah, thanks for having me as well. And everyone subscribe to Kaishu because he is the GOAT for inviting me. And we came to the same conclusion of Crazy Raccoon's winning, and I hope that happens. If it does happen, make sure to check out my channel. I'll be posting a 30-minute Tensai glazing video. The whole video will be cut, and he's my glorious king forever. Triple world champ difference, and also the Brawl Cup difference. I don't know, but yeah, bye guys.
And I will second that. I'm pretty sure everyone here is subscribed to Kronos, but if you're not, go subscribe right now and go check out that video when it drops. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you later, Sproutlings. Bye.